What is up, guys? Welcome back to the KC Sports Meme Podcast. This is Megatron. I'm joined by Marvin and Tony. What's up, guys? How's your nights going?
What's up? Doing well. Ready to be back again. What episode are we on?
Five.
4? 5. It's the 5th
Yep.
episode. It's exciting. It's kind of cool.
I guess.
You guess.
Oh, Marvin.
We got a good show lined up for you guys. We'll talk, as usual, about an overall sports recap. We'll also talk about the NBA Finals as one of our main points for this one. Yeah. We also have a few of the key games over this past week in the NFL. We'll do a Chiefs recap, and then we'll close out with what to look forward to for this next week in the NFL, both as an NFL fan and as a Chiefs fan. But as I always do before we get into this, I'd like to talk about a company that reached out to us earlier on this year called Phoenix, and they sell supplements, they sell gear, they sell apparel. And ever since they reached out to us, then I've trusted their products and I've never been disappointed with their products or with their customer service. They're a great, hardworking company, and I highly recommend them anyways, just personally. But if you would like to get anything from their site at www.phoenix, that's FNXFIT.com, phoenixfit.com, and use the promo code FNXKCSM, you'll get 15% off your purchase. Like I said, highly recommend that company. So jumping in to the first topic of discussion, overall sports recap. Not much, again, to talk about the NCAA. Again, a few upsets. Texas losing, not an upset, but Missouri lost to Tennessee. And yeah, it's a rough season. I thought maybe just Alabama was going to be the main one to worry about, but it doesn't look like it's going to be looking up anytime soon for Missouri. Sporting KC beat Houston 2-1, so we pulled out the 3 points there that we really needed. But the main one we're going to focus on in this part is the MLB, the playoffs. What are you guys' thoughts on this playoff so far?
How is Miami here? Is my thought so far.
That's you go from the bad was it a bad record this in the first of the year?
Yeah, something like that.
And then coming back and playing in the NLDS. They lost today to Atlanta, or was it today? 5-9. So we'll see. Jeter, remember he's a GM, so
yep,
that'd be cool to see him win one. But I guess if you're looking for like a prediction, I don't know. LA's losing currently as we're recording this podcast, but I'm pulling for LA. I think LA can go back to the World Series. Of course, losing every time they've been there in the past 5 years, but I want a LA Houston.
Houston's been playing really good. I mean, they're up in the series 2-0 with a win today, as you said, as of recording this. And so Houston has the possibility of doing it.
Houston's playing great. They're playing really good.
They swept that
actually.
first series, too, against the Twins.
Wow, 2 games. Woohoo!
Yeah. Still, though.
No, I know.
Yeah. One more win and they're off. So, off to the NLCS.
Oh, yep. Wrong. No.
ALCS.
There you go. Yeah. That's my boy.
You know what I meant.
No, I know.
Yeah. I mean, Yankees lost 7-5 to the Rays. So the series is tied 1-1 there. I'm still hoping for the Yankees to pull it out. I know that that's a team that nobody really roots for and nobody really likes, but I mean, they've got a good lineup there, and it's hard not to like some teams like that.
I'm rooting for Tampa.
Yeah, back to the way you said about the Yankees, they really do, right? I mean, you're looking at Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, guys that are home run hitters. Yeah, they got a really great lineup.
Yeah, and I know you said you want LA to go back. I know that's your second favorite team, but I don't know. Seeing Haas do good with the Padres and seeing Tatis Jr. He's real fun to watch too. I wouldn't mind seeing Padres go. I know that the Dodgers really need it. Like they're one of the most deserving teams with how good they've been. I mean, Kershaw being one of the most deserving players to, finally win a championship.
Yeah, oh for sure. I mean, Kershaw's terrible in the World Series, but he needs to have at least one. So I'm hoping it's this year, but I mean, as we were recording this podcast right now, the Dodgers are looking terrible in this first game against the Padres. So I'm hoping they can pull out in the later innings.
Yeah, for sure.
But if they don't, we got the Padres, so I'm okay with that.
I would root for the Yankees, Marvin, if the Dodgers lose.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Well, moving from baseball, going into the NBA Finals,
man,
it's been a pretty good final so far. I know we waited till after the game to record this the game 3, but or game 4, but man, it's tough. I mean, I've been a Heat fan for a while, as a kid watching them play, and always I just fell in love with that team, even after LeBron left and everyone left, and now I don't really like LeBron or just his attitude with how he was in the last game, even tonight.
That third game, man, I was watching the clip of that. Man, that was dumb. And it wasn't really just LeBron. I think it was most of the LA players that were just walking off the field. It's like, dude, no, that's disrespectful. I think that needs to be penalized, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I saw that with him. I saw that with Davis. Like you said, a lot of the LA players, I saw that even tonight. And I mean, that's terrible leadership. That's terrible gamemanship. And the reason why I think the NBA is hard to watch, both is that and then watching them like flop around for fouls, that soccer gets made fun of, and then they're doing it in the NBA too, which I mean LeBron's known for that too, just flopping, but still, I mean, and then you go back to game 3 with the Heat, man, Bam still being out in that game, Jimmy Butler going off, he scored 40 points, had 11 rebounds, 13 assists. He's the first player to drop 40 points in the finals without attempting a three-point shot since Shaq did in 2002. Wow. But he was the first player to ever score a 40-point triple-double in the finals. And I also saw that he's the first player, opponent or teammate, to outscore, out-assist, and out-rebound LeBron in a finals game. And so, I mean, a Butler-led Heat team isn't out of it. I know series is 3-1 right now. Bam was back. The Lakers won it 102-96. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he can still pull out being down 3-1?
I think they could probably win one more game if they actually try. They really should have won tonight, honestly. I really saw that game going either way. I still think the Lakers are going to win in 6. As much as
I can see that.
As much as I hate to admit it, I want Heat to win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see it in 6. I'm really hoping. I don't know. Like I said, a Butler-led Heat team, and then you got Hero. If they're firing, they're going to beat the Lakers, especially with Bam being back in. Like if they're hitting their shots, I mean, you could say that with any team though, but I mean, really, they're a dangerous team. And
No, I agree.
So I could still see them pulling it out. That might just be the Heat fan. You know, I say that as we're recording this, and I'm wearing my Heat jersey still from the game. But you know, I could still see him doing it. But yeah, I could definitely see a Game 6 Lakers win.
Yeah. I want Heat to win, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The refs got to side with LA.
Yeah, true.
There was a lot of questionable calls in Game 4.
Yeah, I noticed that even towards the end, even in the fourth. Like, man, I'm really hoping he can turn it around. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right, so now let's look at the key games from this past week in the NFL. It was an interesting week. A lot of games that I did not expect to go the way that they did. The first game that I've got is the Vikings-Texans. Wow. Vikings get their first win of the season. Cousins looked pretty good. He had one passing touchdown. Cook looked really good. 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Thielen and Jefferson both getting over 100 yards passing from Thielen or from Cousins. Jefferson is having a really good rookie season so far. He's been really impressive to watch. But that also means with Vikings winning, Texans are now 0-4. And I don't know anybody that would have predicted that at the beginning of the season. I think they are paying $225 million just this season on their players. Watson is having a great season so far, or a fairly good season. The running backs are looking good, but they can't seem to get a win. I mean, the loss to the Chiefs, that's understandable. I think people saw that one coming, but to the Vikings, you know.
Yeah, winless team. I mean, they're playing at home too. I know crowds aren't full capacity,
Yeah.
but man, Vikings, yeah, winless team coming in. Watson. I mean, there's high expectations for Watson this year.
Yeah, for sure.
And they can't even pull out a win against Kirk Cousins. And Cousins is not a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
What? No, I saw the Vikings winning that game easily.
How?
Well, the Texans have been terrible this year, and
yeah, but
the
0-3 teams going against each other. Vikings playing terribly. I guess the Texans were too, but I don't know. I would put odds to Texans, but
yeah, an interesting.
Well, it doesn't matter because I was right.
An interesting question though. After the game, the Texans seemed to figure out what their problem was. Why are they 0-4? Bill O'Brien.
Took them long enough.
I guess is what they came to the conclusion of is that it was him. Do you guys think this?
Let's hope that fixes the problem.
Yeah. Do you guys think this will help? I mean, to me it's a possibility because I mean you think back 2013 wild card game, Chiefs blow them out, out of the water, but
such a good game.
But do you guys think this will help the Texans?
Not in the long run, actually. I think he really dug them in a hole, so I think they're in big trouble for the next few years. As it stands right now.
Yeah, I mean, according to Wikipedia, he has a winning record. He does okay in the playoffs, right? I mean, no, he has not done good in the playoffs. My bad. He's lost every game.
Did you not watch
I don't think he's won a game in the playoffs.
Two, I think.
I don't know.
He's won at least one because they beat the Bills in the wild card last year.
Yeah. That's true. Actually, they did. So
okay, was a close game.
He's not good in the playoffs.
That one really the Bills should have had.
True. Agreed.
I don't know if this will fix it though. I mean, I don't know. They have Watson. They got Watt.
I mean,
So
They need
I don't know.
They need to get out of Houston if they want to win.
Why is that?
Because Bill O'Brien is the definition of a loser, and he destroyed that franchise.
I mean,
he did that by trading away Hopkins.
Yeah. They should not have done that.
I mean, this team needs and deserves success. I mean, obviously, I don't want them to do better than the Chiefs, whatever. But still, they deserve to be a, Super Bowl team with, Watson. He's good. Watt, he's good. They deserve to have better seasons than this. So we'll see with, whoever their next head coach is. I haven't seen for sure who they're going to decide, but
they got the temp right now.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know any? You guys have any thoughts on coaching options?
It'd probably be a new guy from college, my guess.
Yeah. I'm not really sure
Gotcha.
who would be a good fit there because they need somebody to. I mean, it's tough to turn the season around when you're 0-4, but.
Oh, I got a thought. If the Falcons fire their coach, I can see Texans hiring him.
Who? No.
Falcons.
No Dane Quinn.
Why?
Because, I mean, you look what he's done with the Falcons. He's not any better.
Yeah. No. I know. I'm just saying. Falcons are going to give up on him sooner or later, and I can totally see the Texans going after him. He did take the Falcons to the Super Bowl. So,
what about the enemy?
New team. Oh, I guess I forgot he existed for a second there.
I mean, that would be. I mean, that just makes sense. That he was last year, right, looking for head coaching.
Yeah.
I think I can see
what
that.
I just said.
Yeah,
that's much true. Forget what I.
I mean, he's an offensive coordinator, strong side with Watson. I think that'd be a good fit.
I want that now. I hate you.
Okay. Well, okay.
In a nice way.
Moving on.
Yeah. Moving on. Another game that I didn't see coming. Yeah, because I thought for sure Texans would get their first win there. But another game that I did not expect was Browns Cowboys. I did not believe it when I saw that on the group chat that Browns are actually winning. Marvin, what were your thoughts on that game?
That game, I was flipping out. I'm just waiting for you to interrupt me because you have my notes. I just know you're going to do it. No, it's not like I haven't done that to you before. Well, I'll say what I can while I still can. The Browns won 49-38. Yeah, 49 points. Yeah, I'm speechless too. Prescott threw for 41 passes. Let me start over. He threw 48. He threw a lot. 502 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. He got sacked 3 times and 1 fumble. 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's a pretty good game.
Pretty good.
Cowboys attempted a late comeback, and we know how that went. OBJ had 2 carries and 73 rushing yards. He had 1 rushing touchdown, 5 receptions, and 2 receiving touchdowns. OBJ went off in that game. Kareem Hunt went off pretty good too. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield had 2 passing touchdowns. Elliott did
Jarvis
not really
Landry had a passing touchdown.
The Browns. Yep, he did too. I was looking for his stuff, but I couldn't find it because I didn't look for it that hard. Anyway, the Browns went off on the Cowboys, and honestly, I'm very happy how that turned out.
The biggest thing we need to understand is the Browns are 3-1.
Yeah.
Browns are 3-1, and they play Indianapolis. They play Steelers. They play Cincinnati, Las Vegas. That's the next 4 games. I can see them winning at least 2.
Yeah. At this point, we need the question: are they a threat to the Chiefs?
No.
No, I mean they're in a tough division though, because I mean they've got they've got the Bengals there, with Joe Burrow. No, but seriously,
no, I think they are in a tough
but
division.
with Ravens and Steelers up there,
Ravens, yeah, that's going to be a battle.
yeah, for sure.
I still got Ravens winning that matchup. Steelers, it's either or. But I do think the Browns are going to make some noise this year. I'm really excited.
Maybe possible a
For the
wild
Browns.
card spot for the Browns if they can keep this going.
Yeah, and they expanded the playoffs this year, so it is realistic.
I mean, I was 3-1. Like they have 3 wins.
Yeah,
And we're talking bad
First
about
time
the Browns.
since 2001.
No, 3-1.
yeah, it's something that they've needed for, years now, and you've been waiting for it with Baker Mayfield there, hoping that a young quarterback, because then they had Manziel for a while, and yeah,
God, it's terrible.
Just going through these young quarterbacks that aren't that good, and Mayfield looked pretty good his first starts there and stuff, but now really coming through for the team.
Yeah, they said that the Browns haven't been 3-1 since 2001.
Wow,
That is insane.
19 years.
Yep. And they haven't been to the playoffs since 2002, I believe. So
Yeah, I think they can. We'll see what they can do. Just with this year is so hard to predict. It's like like we said that this week was crazy. Like you're predicting this game, and it's like what the other way around. So I mean, maybe the Browns will go off.
I like it.
It's basic. It's
Yeah.
any given Sunday. We always reiterate that, but then you face the Chiefs, and it's like no, Chiefs are winning. But no, with other teams,
obviously.
this is like an even. It just seems like even matchups all over the board.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I've never screamed so much in a Browns game before. In a good way.
And
It's
even
crazy.
winning with Prescott throwing 500 yards.
Yeah, because Prescott's
They almost
Prescott's
Go ahead.
playing like really good this season too. Like, and they're 1-3. Like, that's another guy that deserves to be like on a better team. Is Prescott, because
I think it's his last year in Dallas.
yeah,
You think?
Yeah, because he's only on a 1-year deal, and the Cowboys don't believe in him, and he really hasn't done anything since the year they went 13-3.
yeah.
I think
We'll
this
see.
is it.
Because
He's on track.
He has 1,690 yards this season in 4 games, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, yeah, he's playing good.
If he continues that, he's on track for over 6,000 yards.
Yeah, well, the stats are good. I'm
Oh no,
not saying
I
they're
agree.
not, but
The winning's better
wins
for sure.
wins. It looks
Now,
better
I mean, just another topic too. The Cowboys, that division's terrible. So I mean, they could still have a chance. I mean, so
Well,
yeah, and
Eagles
they're
leading it
1-2-1.
Yeah.
somehow.
So I
That's-
mean, Cowboys could have a chance. We're not saying that the season's done, but
No,
yeah,
it ain't looking good. Especially when you lose to the Browns at home.
for sure.
Yeah,
That was awesome from my perspective. From Cowboys fans, ooh, that's embarrassing.
yeah, for sure. One primetime game that, like we said multiple times, these primetime games have been really good matchups. A good matchup on Thursday night with Broncos Jets. We were all right on that game. Broncos winning that game. Pretty good game. Broncos played good. Ripon, or however you say his name, the quarterback, did not play good. But I don't know. What do you think about that game, Tony?
This was a close game. Broncos could have lost it. Jets actually, I mean, they almost had it. They only lost
Almost
by
did.
9. But I mean, Ripon, this is you have a problem with new young quarterbacks. This is his second year in the NFL. He threw 3 picks, threw 2 touchdowns, 242. He's 19 of 31. So the Broncos need to find out their quarterback situation. I don't think Ripon's going to be a good fit. Yes, he got the win, the first win for the Broncos, but coming up with games.
And
They need lock back. But hey, one good thing about this game, we got to see Mr. Flacco threw for 16 yards. He was 100% in his passes, 2 for 2.
There you go.
So there you go. Got to see the old man.
Should have started.
No, this was an interesting game. I mean, it wasn't like a blowout or wasn't anything such as that. No, it was a close game, pretty entertaining to those who might have watched it. From what looking at it, it was a close game. So, what do you guys think?
Jets almost made a comeback, didn't they?
Yeah.
That would have been embarrassing.
Yep.
I mean, what happened to Flacco? Man, like I didn't even realize he was on the Jets until I started looking into this game, and yeah, like 2 completions on 2 passes. Like, why isn't he starting? Like, he was a good
because Sam
Darnold I think is better.
I think
okay,
he's trash.
Better than Flacco is what I'm saying. Yes.
No.
Did you look at last year with Flacco and the Broncos? He couldn't do anything, honestly.
Jets can't do anything, so it really doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, Sam Darnold, 792 yards this season. Pretty good, but 3 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1 rushing touchdown, which, he got just in this last game. Not really having a great season either, so I don't know. I think they should at least try Flacco.
I mean, you're 0-4. What do you have to lose? I mean, you're probably going to...
Gase?
True.
They need to fire that dude. Dude's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a bad head coach.
But no, I think it was a pretty, you could say, entertaining game.
If you say
it was
so.
Close, I should say. I mean, that's what you want with the primetime games, right? You don't want a boring Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl 43-8 game. You don't want that. You want a close game.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been better if the Broncos lost, or if they both lost.
I agree.
A tie.
Yeah, a tie. As much as I hate ties.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another primetime game that was better than some expected. Packers Falcons. As I said last week, I was hoping it would be a good game and not just a complete blowout. I wouldn't necessarily call it a complete blowout, but yeah, Packers won that 30-16. So there's that. Matt Ryan not looking great. He had 285 passing yards, no passing touchdowns. Gurley not really doing good compared to when he was on the Rams and like an all-star running back. You're not really seeing that this season. You're not really seeing much out of the Falcons at all this season. But I mean, when you play a team like the Packers are really playing lights out. Rodgers throwing 327, 4 passing touchdowns. He's having an insane season. 1,214 passing yards so far. 13 passing touchdowns. No interceptions yet. He's really playing good. I know we talk a lot about Wilson, but Rodgers is another one having a really good season.
Yeah, I mean he's on. Yeah, I mean MVP candidate, honestly, and he's one to not throw interceptions too. I think we talked about that last week. That he's not one to throw 12 interceptions in a year. He's throwing 3, 5, 6, 7. So he's he makes good decisions. I mean they're 4-0. I can see them going to the Super Bowl. So I mean they did play the Falcons, yes, but I mean. Games past, they played the Saints, they played the Vikings. So I think we're going to see a really good Packer team this year. I mean, they got good. I mean, they got Aaron Jones as their running back, and So, I mean, and Rodgers, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Enough said.
that's all you have to say.
Yeah, because
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, he had the quote on Pat McAfee's show. He said, "I sometimes laugh when people talk about down years for me, because a lot of times down years for me are career years for most quarterbacks, and that's really true. Even on a down year for Aaron Rodgers is still really good. We talk about I talked about Wilson being one of those reliable quarterbacks, always good, even when the rest of the team may not be. Rodgers is for sure another guy like that.
Definitely. Do you guys, would you put him in the MVP candidate or as an MVP candidate?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, definitely. He's my pick for MVP, but Wilson's probably going to win, but I want Rodgers to win.
Yeah,
I see Wilson winning it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I do too.
Unless Wilson gets hurt
or
he's just trash, for the remainder of the season. I see Rodgers getting in there. I mean, his completion percentage is really good too. 70.5%. That's really good. I mean, I think good is around 65, but anything above that, that's pretty good.
It's all right, but it's nothing compared to what Brian Hoyer can do.
Brian Hoyer. Well, jumping from the older veteran quarterback at Rodgers, going to a younger quarterback that we've talked about a lot on this podcast, Josh Allen. Still looking good this season. Pretty close game there versus Raiders, Bills versus Raiders. What do you have on that game, Tony?
Well, again, I can't stop talking good about Josh Allen, man. I mean, he threw 2 touchdowns. He was 24-34, 288. And he is, notice this, Josh Allen is second in passing yards this year. Second. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. This guy's really stepping up, man. 4-0, his team's undefeated. I've heard arguments for the coach of the Bills. I cannot recall his name. Josh, is it Josh something? Sean, yes, Sean. That's right.
Something.
He's in the possible runnings for Coach of the Year, and I would not disagree with that. This Bills team is on fire. Diggs is playing well. They got Brown. They got Beasley. They are a playoff team, and I said it a couple episodes ago that I think the Bills and the Patriots are going to clash for division. No, not anymore. Bills are going to take the division. Josh Allen has stepped up. I mean, we kind of saw this last year. We talked about this before in the playoff game. Yes, he might not have played well at the very end, but man, he's stepping up. 13 touchdowns. He's tied with 12 touchdowns, one behind Rodgers in the season. So I think we're going to see a good Bills team. Undefeated, probably not. What do you guys think about that? Undefeated Bills team? Like 16-0? They do play Kansas City, so they'll lose that one. And they play Seattle, so I can see them losing 2. But other than that,
maybe that Chargers game. Chargers are playing really good. I know they're not. Their record doesn't really show it, but I mean they're playing pretty good.
So 13-3.
I say 13-3.
Going one.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But I don't see them losing to the Chargers. I see them losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I can see that too.
Oh,
really?
I don't. No. The Chargers look good Sunday. They look good Sunday. Herbert's playing awesome. But I don't see them losing.
Yeah.
To the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Bills can probably beat Steelers. They'll probably lose to the Chiefs and
they'll lose to Seattle, I think.
Yeah, they'll lose to those two. Maybe 14-2. I don't know, but yeah, they're playing lights out. I'm actually really excited I like seeing a lot of old teams that have been terrible for so many years.
Yeah,
good now.
instead of seeing these,
I like
these teams have always been there,
really
right?
exciting. Yeah, and I like that the Chiefs are one of those teams.
There you go.
That's the best part. Yeah, and I like that the Broncos are not one of those teams.
Oh, also, I guess with this Bills Raiders game, remember how we were talking about the Raiders going like undefeated? You know, this is a Raiders team. Well, now they're 2-2. So, I think it was Marvin that said this. That they do good at the start of the season and then they just crumble.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're seeing any Raiders.
I'm still confused by the Saints game though. Like, I mean, I guess that's been every team in the NFL, like you said, besides Chiefs, besides some of these undefeated teams. But any of the teams that have really gotten beat, or most of them, some of them have been to really, really unexpected teams, like huge upsets.
Do you think it's just like a off game?
I don't know.
I mean, because you're going to see that, right? I mean, with teams game, right? That are, Patriots, right? They're on track for 16-0, and yet they lose 3 games. Well, there's some off games here. People are tired, so I think that's maybe what we're seeing. But
yeah, that's true. So we'll see how it goes. Another division team we've talked about, Raiders and Broncos. The Chargers, like we said, the Chargers are looking good this season. I don't usually like it, especially when it's Phillip Rivers. But seeing the Herbert in there, he's doing really good. But Bucks squeezed past the Chargers in this game. Marvin, what do you have on that game? Really?
I don't like Justin Herbert.
Why not? No.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I really don't like him. He threw 25 passes, had 20 completions, so that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. 290 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Chargers took an early lead on the Buccaneers. Yeah. I really thought they were going to pull an upset there for a little bit, and then here comes in the old man Tom Brady, who throws 5 passing touchdowns. He did throw a pick 6, but dude, the Buccaneers won 38-31. I mean, like, Brady's like what, 52, and he's throwing 5 touchdowns?
No.
Insane.
I mean, yeah, they came back, right? It was 24-7. Comeback. It's Tom Brady. Are we seeing Tom Brady back again?
That game, I'm like, dude, he's back.
I think he's back.
It took you a while. I was excited. I think he's back. I switched to the Browns game, so I didn't watch it because I thought that game was, a dud. But wow, that I was not expecting that. But I am happy because I hate the Chargers.
I mean, the Bucs have an interesting schedule.
What about you guys?
Coming up, playing the Bears, playing Packers, and then the Raiders. But they've got a kind of tough schedule, playing 2 right now undefeated teams. So we'll see how they hold up, see how Brady holds up. Maybe it was just taking him, getting used to his system. I know we talked about it on one of the earlier podcasts, saying how, first impressions, or I said first impressions mean a lot, and Brady wasn't really showing that at first, but he's coming through. So we'll see how it goes throughout the season, if he really is back, if this is, him just getting used to that team, or what's going on there.
Yeah, I think by mid-season we'll be able to tell. By week 8, 9, 10, I think is Brady gonna go. And like you said, Megatron, I agree. They have a tough schedule. I mean, they're playing Chicago Thursday. I see Buccaneers winning, but I mean it's Foles, it's the Bears. I believe they're 3-1. And then they play the Packers. That will be a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, they play Packers.
Yep.
Ooh, I gotta watch that game. I honestly do not know how that one's gonna go.
Yeah. No,
Packers probably gonna win. Yeah. I'm starting to see some chemistry in the Buccaneers compared to how they did their first couple of games. So, not really a Super Bowl team, but
I agree.
Playoff team for sure.
Yep, I can definitely see that. So jumping from all of those games, obviously our favorite game of the week almost didn't get to happen thanks to Cam Newton. But Chiefs, Patriots did not turn out exactly like I expected. I guess it kind of did with not having Cam. I expected it to be a closer game.
I mean, it was for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, no touchdown in the first half.
Yeah,
that
what's going on
was
here?
A glitch.
Brian Hoyer, man.
Yeah, I mean, Chiefs are now 4-0, first team in NFL history to start 4 seasons in a row at 4-0. Yeah, like you said, offense.
That's awesome.
Offense didn't really play that great, but our defense stepped up big time. Yeah, 3 interceptions, Hoyer being one of them. Again, throwing back to that 2013 wild card game. That's what I was thinking of during that. But then Stidham's still not doing great. I feel bad for that guy. 1 passing touchdown, 2 interceptions. Yeah, like you said though, no touchdowns in the first half, but there was that close one. I don't know if you guys remember that with the play being called dead due to forward progress with Mahomes. That was, you could tell Belichick was upset with that call.
Yeah, I didn't see that call, but I mean, man,
I didn't either.
Chiefs, no touchdown, best quarterback in the NFL, 6-3 at half. I mean, I was a little concerned about that. And it's Brian Hoyer, and it's Patriots, but I mean, again, is this? I think if 26-10, all right, 16 points, but they're going to be playing more aggressive teams. Russell Wilson, if they're going to either play Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, possibly Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, and this is not going to be how it is. So if the Chiefs want to do good, if they want to excel in the playoffs and things such as that, well, Super Bowl is what I'm really getting at. They got to do a little bit better with their offense starting out, and we see this with the Chiefs. They don't excel until after the second half.
Yeah. Which is something that we definitely need to work on.
Yeah, really. Because, I mean, you got Seattle who could, 24-0. Now, again, we know what happens. What can happen, 24-0. But still, 24-0, yet third quarter rolls around, end of the third quarter, it's still 24-0. So, I mean, Chiefs need to work on that. Scoring first, scoring quick, and not leaving it till the end of the game, because not all teams are going to be the Houston Texans.
True, but that's how they kind of did it last year. The first half of the season they were kind of rough, and the late half of the season is when they really lit up. So I'm not that worried about the Chiefs right now. And plus, you have to think that the whole rescheduling of the game probably threw them off.
That's true.
That might sound like an excuse, but come on,
and what was it like 2 days
you're ready
before?
To play, and now
you
you're not
found
playing.
out.
So
the day before.
Yeah, day before.
The day before the game.
Yeah.
And the Patriots, they traveled on game day yesterday to go play the Chiefs.
So they played
that's not normal
for that. Yeah.
One, not having your starting quarterback, and then having to deal with Brian Hoyer, and Stidham, and then having to travel that day. Is also Kelsey's birthday. He was a top receiver, 70 yards, and no touchdowns though, but played really good.
That's what matters.
Got the win.
So
Yep, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter if it's bad or good or bad.
Yeah,
At least
Chiefs
you get
won
the win.
that 26-10. Like I said, 4-0 now, starting off the season kind of rocky during some of the games, but like you said, we've been getting the wins, so that's what matters. Going on now to what to look forward to throughout this next week. Now, as an NFL fan, we'll start with that. I like to do we did last week, going through the undefeated teams. We see 2 teams in here. Actually, the 2 teams, the Titans and the Steelers, did not end up playing. Their game actually got rescheduled for the 24th of this month. So they're still technically undefeated. But the first one I'd like to look at is Bills. We said Bills are having a hot season so far. They're playing the Titans coming up. What do you guys see with that game? Do Bills stay undefeated? Titans.
Who are they playing against? Oh, first you got to ask if Titans
I think they
gonna
do.
get to play.
Yeah, they're planning on it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
If
Bills
they
got
play, I say
Yeah.
Bills win.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
Easily.
Packers on a bye week, so looks like they'll stay undefeated. Seahawks are still undefeated, playing the Vikings, who just got their first win. What about that game? Do Seahawks stay undefeated?
They stay undefeated, but let me
Yeah.
say this. The Vikings are surprising, and they appear out of nowhere sometimes. I honestly can see this game not close, but it's not going to be a blowout. I don't see the Seahawks winning 42-0. I see 14-35, 14-31, somewhere in there. I think the Vikings can score a couple of touchdowns, but yeah, Seattle's 5-0.
Yeah.
They did.
Seahawks almost lost
Yeah,
to
it was
Dolphins.
what was the final
That's
score?
true.
17-9.
They did.
Final score, sorry,
no.
31-23.
Was it? I don't know.
It was 8 points.
Yeah. That sounds more like it. That would have
So,
been
yeah,
awesome.
I think that game
It's magic.
Sunday night,
Almost.
Seattle wins, but I can kind of see Vikings at least doing a little bit.
Yeah, I can see
The Dolphins did, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Next undefeated team, already talked about them facing the Bills, Titans. One after that, the Steelers. Steelers are playing the Eagles. So leading team in the division with the Eagles. Do the Eagles beat the undefeated Steelers team?
Yeah, totally. I mean, the Eagles are so unstoppable right now. I mean, there's just no way
Steelers didn't play
win
last
that
week,
game.
so they're off a week. Yeah. So
that's true. They didn't even show up.
Steelers will win on Earth 85, or excuse me, Eagles will win on Earth 85. Steelers are winning this game. I think the game last Sunday night was just it was the 49ers, and 49ers have people hurt. They don't have their star quarterback. Steelers are winning this game. Big Ben's coming back. They're rested up, ready to play, ready to continue their winning streak. 4-0.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
I agree.
what I have. All right, now as a Chiefs fan, looking forward to this next week, playing the Raiders. The Raiders is kind of having a good season so far. Kind of having I don't even know what I would call their season so far. I mean, you beat the Saints, but then you're 2-2. I guess an unknown season, really. But Bashaud Breeland is coming off his suspension, so he'll be back on defense. So that'll be a huge boost to our defense. What do you guys think about this game?
Chiefs are going to play better than it did against the Patriots. I don't know if it'll be a blowout like it was the last matchup, but I do have Chiefs winning.
I actually agree.
I say Mahomes
I think 3
throws
touchdowns is pretty good for Mahomes. I see Chiefs winning this. Now, week after that, when they play the Bills, that's going to be the game of the week. But this week, I see a Chiefs win and pulling
next
it
Thursday.
out.
What are you guys' scores?
Yep, the only. I'll go 28 to
31-13.
10.
I got 27-17.
Yeah. I mean, Carr played okay last week. I mean, he didn't play terrible,
Nice.
but
They almost made a comeback.
yeah, I mean, it was close
Yeah,
against Buffalo, right? So, only lost by 7. No, I see Kansas City pulling it out. I mean, they are at home too. So, I mean, I don't know. I think even without fans, that just feeling of being at home, especially Arrowhead.
No, I mean, they have fans there.
Well, okay, not like full capacity is what I mean.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, because
sure.
Arrowhead with full capacity, that's a definite advantage. Like, that's the stadium that you go in there. Seriously, been to games, seen it. That's the stadium. But even without full capacity, the feeling of being in Arrowhead, honestly, it really gives an advantage. Honestly, it does to Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I agree. The only matchup I'm worried about for the Chiefs this year, as it stands right now,
that'll be a good primetime game.
It will be.
Oh yeah,
I think
excited.
Bills or Tampa Bay.
Really excited for that one.
Although I can't really make a prediction until Brady shows me more.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I got you there. I agree with you.
That's true. I mean,
but still,
that's the thing we gotta make is this just Brady, having that one game of the season, or is this, hey, Brady might be coming back? So I think next 3-4 weeks we can really see if we got the goat back.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. I mean, jumping right into that, again, looking forward to the next week. The primetime games, again, pretty good primetime games. Last week, I think we all got 2 games right on our predictions since Pittsburgh and Titans game was postponed. As I said, they'll play October 25th. But Thursday night, Bucks and Bears. That should be a pretty good game. I know Bears just got their first loss, but I think that'll still be a good matchup. 3-1, both 3-1. Again, Foles looking to start that game. What are you guys' thoughts and what are your guys' score predictions?
Well, it is somewhat a Super Bowl rematch between Brady and Foles. I got Buccaneers winning. And before I get into that, I would like to point out that last week I picked the Colts to beat the Bears, and you guys did not. I just want to put that out there. Since you all did the same to me last week.
But that wasn't prime time, so
this makes us even. All right.
You get a half a win.
What? But yeah. Okay, I'll take it. It's all I got these days. Anyway, I got Buccaneers winning over the Bears. It's in Chicago, correct? All right. Buccaneers are going to win. As for, I say Brady throws 2 touchdowns. I got Buccaneers winning.
Nice. I'm going a little closer on this one. I'm going to go 28-24 Bucks. I think it's going to be a closer game. Pretty interesting. And that's what we've seen with the primetime. So I'm hoping we can see more of that.
Yeah, Tampa,
I hope you're right.
They're favorites going into this game, just in general. But I'm also going to pick them. I'm going 24-21. It might be kind of low for Bucks with, like we said, Brady throwing the 5 touchdowns. But I still think it'll be a close game. The think that even though the Bears lost last week, and it was to the Colts, and I don't really see the Colts as being, I don't know, they're 3-1 now. They still, to me, haven't really shown a lot to be like a really just 3-1 team or
A threat.
a team to watch as of right now. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm taking Bucks on that one. Sunday night's matchup. This is always a game that I really enjoy watching. The Vikings Seahawks. What are you guys' thoughts on this game? Score predictions. What do you guys see out of this one?
Well, we mentioned this, or I mentioned this before.
Tony.
I think Seattle is going to take it, and I don't think it's going to be a close game. But I just see the Vikings. See, they're unpredictable, right? I mean, they go out and beat. Who did they play last week? They go out and beat the Texans, right? And Texans were the favorite. But I mean, you go to back playoff years too with the Vikings and the Saints, man. They're just unpredictable, and they just appear out of nowhere sometimes. So I see Seattle winning. I'm going to go 31-14, but I think Vikings will do a little bit. But no, I see Seahawks winning. Wow, man.
24-21 Seahawks.
Yeah, no. I got Seahawks 34-17.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be close. I think Vikings will put up points, but I think that's about it. I don't see it being a very close game. I mean, it is at CenturyLink.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, another one that would be a huge home field advantage with the crowd, or with more of a crowd. But yeah, I think Seahawks will win that pretty easily. But like you said, pretty unpredictable Vikings team there. And then the final primetime game, Monday night, Chargers-Saints. Another, what I think will be a good matchup. I think this one will be close. But first, what are you guys' thoughts, score predictions? This one will be at the Superdome, and New Orleans are the favorites to win this one.
I got Saints winning that one. Not easily, but I do have them winning. I got Breeze throwing. I'll give him 2 touchdowns. Saints are going to win 35. No. Yeah, why not? 35.
I kind of agree with Marvin. I think the Saints will take it, but I think it'll be a little closer. I'm going to go 42-35. I mean, last week with Herbert keeping up with Brady.
I like it.
A pretty high-scoring game. I think it can be the same thing. Although, like Megatron said, it is in Superdome, and that is an iconic stadium. So,
I don't know. As much as I don't like the Chargers, I'm actually going for an upset. Raiders already beaten Saints so far. Chargers, as I've been saying this podcast, Chargers looking good. I think it's going to be close. I can see it happening, and plus I like upsets. So I got Chargers 28-23 though, so I still think it'll be a really close game, but I don't know. I got Chargers winning that one.
Whoa.
We'll see.
You know the Saints
I
just
can
came
see
off
it.
the win, right?
Like, that's not way over there, but I can see it, but I don't. I think Saints are still going to pull on top. But
no, I agree. That win over the Lions, I really think helped.
Although playing the Devil's
if they would have
advocate,
lost that game, I think they would have.
The Saints did not beat the Lions like that big. It was 35-29, 6 points. This is the Lions,
but still.
So, just that's
no, I'll give you that.
Actually,
the Lions did just beat the Cardinals.
But even that one is like really close.
So we'll see.
I mean, yeah, really unpredictable season overall in the NFL. Really, as I've said multiple times, a really 2020 season for the NFL.
I agree.
With the injuries, with McCaffrey, guys like that, but then, all the way down, unpredictable teams coming through, winning or losing that you don't expect. So we'll see. It should be a fun week of games all over, but especially those primetime games. So to wrap it up, coming up in KC area sports over the next week, Missouri plays LSU this Saturday at LSU at 8 p.m. Again, not looking good for Missouri. Not a great season with a new coach. Sporting KC over the next week plays Chicago at 7:30 on Wednesday, and then Nashville on Sunday. And then, of course, Chiefs, Raiders at 12 at Arrowhead on Sunday. Really looking forward to that game. Thank you, Marvin and Tony, for your comments, and thank you to the fans for supporting, listening, reacting to these segments and to the podcast as a whole. This has been another KC Sports Meme podcast.